Good morning. Well, good morning, good evening, good whatever it is. Whatever time you're good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this is good. So I appreciate you just being here this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever it is. I just appreciate it. And don't feel like you have to watch this, right? You don't. You can tune in, just put on your headphones and drive, put it on your speaker, whatever you have to do. But there's nothing that I'm going to be presenting. There's nothing that, aside from my faces, you're not missing anything. So this is why I do this. It's just, look, we wake up early in the morning and it is literally just for you to just tune in and block out everything else that's going on, everything else in the world, and just have that moment to just encourage yourself and to just focus on you and to just get fed. Because I know that a lot of us, we feed and we feed, and sometimes we neglect to feed ourselves. So, this is your time, and I don't want you to think that you have to tune in, you have to sit there and have your phone, or you have to watch me. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. I just want you to relax. Even if you're getting dressed, just take a breath. Just take a breath and just let it out, man. Ah, gosh. I want to tell y'all last night for me was not the greatest. It wasn't the greatest. But so we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But before we do, I definitely want to check in with you guys and see how are you doing? How are you doing? And not just the surface level question, how are you doing? You know how we always do, hey, how you doing? Yeah. And we're not really looking for conversation. It's just like, okay, I'm expecting you to say, fine, how are you? No, not that surface level stuff. Like, how are you really doing? This is your chance to check in with yourself and see, how's it going? How am I feeling? What what's going on? Am I excited for today? If I'm not excited for today, why am I not excited for today? How did things go yesterday? Not that you have to dwell on what happened, but how was the feeling? What did you feel? What went right? What things do you want to kind of repeat? These are the things that I want us to do just for a second. Just really check in with yourself and ask, how are you doing? Um, so just going back to last night. Last night, I cried my eyes out, y'all. I cried my eyes out. I don't even know. I don't know where sometimes we go through life and things are happening and we're dealing with it and we're going through it and everything's good. And then sometimes I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like it catches up with you or what. You just hit those lows. Sometimes you have good morning. Sometimes you have ups and sometimes you have downs and sometimes you just have those midpoints. Last night was a down for me. Last night was a down for me. Yeah. So, but it was, and that I don't know. That just happens. That just happens. And what happened when I was in it, right? When I was in it and I was feeling it, I couldn't do anything but cry. I just was feeling it. I was just feeling it. My husband even came in. I was just like, "Yo, are you okay?" And I'm like, I can't even speak right there. Like I'm just letting it all just go. And all he did was just rub me on my back and, just let me know that everything was going to be okay and gave me encouragement. But sometimes it's like that. Sometimes we just need somebody to just rub us on our back or just to tell us, look us in our face and just to let us know everything's going to be okay. Everything's all right. This is the period of preparation for you. And honestly, nobody said it was going to be easy. And to be even more honest, most likely it's not going to be easy. But this period prepares us for where we are headed, what it is that God has for us. So it's just in that moment, sometimes we just need that encouragement. And I know it's easy for uh, sometimes I'm going to say sometimes, and some people, the first thing that comes out of our mouth is, well, did you pray about it? Well, God isn't going to give you more than you can handle. And while all this is true, sometimes you will know that, you can feel that, but you still hit those low points. And it's just like, okay, so in that meantime, what do I do to fill in the gaps? Because prayer and me knowing and casting my cares, it's not working right now in this moment. And in that moment, sometimes we just need somebody to, just like I said, rub us on our back or just look us in our face and just tell us it's going to be okay. It's all right. It's all right to feel. And that's what I want to really emphasize, because sometimes when we're so quick to just say pray about it, cast your cares, do this. Did you do this? Did you do that? We underemphasize the importance of really feeling what it is that's going on. It is okay to feel, and it is okay not to be okay. All right? Like you it just is. It's not going to be where it's 24/7. You are always smiling. You are always okay. You are always upbeat. You are always joyful. There is nothing that's coming my way that is going to knock me down or whatever you may say. It's not going to be like that all the time. So, in those little moments, what do you do? And and because they're going to come, they're going to come. But in those low moments, allow yourself to feel, because I will tell you this, when I just let it all out, I felt 10 pounds lighter. I came downstairs and first of all, I wasn't even hungry before. Like, I had fixed dinner and everything. And my husband was like, "Yo, you want me to fix you a plate? Like, are you want to eat?" And I was like, "I'm not even hungry. I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat. I'm good." And after that, it was just like, whew, I had an appetite. I was ready to eat. He's like, "You feeling better?" Yes, because I allowed myself to be in that moment. I allowed myself to feel, and that's needed. That's needed sometimes. So just really check in with yourself and see what's going on. How are you feeling? Why are you feeling the way that you feel? Is there anything that you can do? Is there anything that I can do to make you feel better, to put a smile on your face, whatever it may take? Just really check in. But while I was having my moment of tears, right, it brought me back to this. It was a post that was made by Miss King. So let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, so by Bernice King, right? And this one really struck hard because it was surrounding DJ Twitch, his death. And that was one that caught me off guard anyway. And I think that it caught the majority of people off guard, because you see this person who is dancing, who is having fun, who looks like the epitome of joy, who's enjoying his family and all of this. And then you read that he took his own life, right? And there were so many people who were just like, how did this happen? And why? And what was going on? And what was he dealing with? And it's just sometimes life is tough. That's all I can say. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes we get thrown situations that seem like it's too much for us to handle. Sometimes life has a way of surprising us and not in the best way. And sometimes our mind plays tricks on us and gets us to think a certain thing, which isn't true. And so she had said, "Thank you for being a joy bringer, Twitch. Sometimes joy bringers carry unseen heavy burdens." And it just, that stuck with me because it's so true. You have these people who, and you know them, you've seen them, and you may be one, of where you try your best to shine your light so bright so that then other people, and I always say this, right? Shine your light so then you can, so other people can see that they have one and they can pick up theirs and they can shine theirs too. Because what happens when you shine light in darkness, you're able to see. So that's the importance of us doing that. And we all have those lights. But the other side to it is that when you pick up your light and you start shining it, other people can see you. So you bring attention to yourself. And sometimes it attracts things that we don't want to necessarily attract. So when you're looking at it like this, the enemy is looking at us and like, oh, shots. They're shining, they're like a little bit too bright. This ain't gonna work. Because the more they shine, the more they step out into who they truly are and who they were created to be. And the more that they really dig into that, and the more that they understand themselves, the more power that they get, and the more powerful they are to attract other people. And you know what happens when they attract other people? They breathe life into those people. And then when they breathe life into those other people, that means that then they see their power. They see their true power. They step into who they truly are and who they were created to be. And it's a domino effect. And I can't have that happen. I can't have that happen. I can't have y'all really figure out how powerful you are and for you to use that. So let me throw anything and everything that I can in your way and in your path to break you down so that I can make you so weak that you're not able to walk into where God has called you. Because the thing is, the enemy cannot stop you. He can't stop you. He can't stand in your way. He can't say that, look, you can't go any further. That is not his job. And one, he has no power. He doesn't have the power to do that, right? Nobody has the power to stop you from what it is that you are called to do, what it is that you've seen the visions for, what it is that you've been promised. Nobody can stop you but you. Okay. So since that's the case, and he knows that, look, I can't stand in her or his way. I can't do that. I can't just block off the area. What I'm going to do is throw obstacle after obstacle. I'm going to throw trial. I'm going to make it to where I'm going to put them in situations, or I'm going to throw different things at them to make it to where they are starting to question themselves, question their abilities. So then I can start breaking them down little by little, and to where, like I said, I make it so weak that they themselves cannot walk into it. Because, like I said, you are the only person who can stop you. But if you allow those things to come, and it's cool to feel, but we want to feel and then we want to get ourselves out. So, whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself out of that, then do it. If it's somebody that you need to call, if it's something you need to write, honey, I be writing in my journal like crazy. I don't even care what I say. I don't care what comes out of my mouth. I don't care how it looks. I don't care how it feels. It doesn't matter. I'm just writing because there's stuff inside of me that I need to get out. And if I can't get it out by speaking, I'm writing. So identify what it is for you to be able to get that, because honey, if you just keep it in and you just sulk in it, that's how you become broken down. That's how we succumb to all the forces that are working against us. This is what it is. When you are a joy bringer, when you are a hope dealer, when you are the person that is shining your light, you are attracting negatively. You are attracting negative forces. It just is. But when you're armed with that knowledge of knowing, okay, I know that is going to come, things are going to come for me. So I just need to work on my preparation. And there's nothing that you have to do physically, right? It's just knowing that, because now, since I'm armed with the knowledge, now I can ask, hey, God, I'm going to need your help. I need you. I need you. I can't do this alone. I need you to step in. I need your help in this. I know I'm going to get attacked. I know that this is going to happen. And I just need your strength. I need you to help me see how powerful I am. So these are the things that we can just pray for before it even happens. And I'm not gonna lie. There was a part of me, y'all know I've been absent from this for 3 months. And there was a part of me that was really hesitant in coming back and doing this because I knew what happened before. It was like I got PTSD. Like I'm like, I know I was getting attacked before. So to open this pathway up again, I was questioning. I'm like, you really want me to do this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I knew what it was going to accompany. I mean, what was going to accompany it. I knew what was going to come with it. It just, it just is. But at the same time, I can also, and this is the thing that I want you to realize too, is that when we step into this and we're saying, okay, this is what I'm called to do, or this is what I'm going to do. And I know that with good, there's also bad. That's just anything. That's with joy, there's pain. I mean, that's life. So me knowing this, me stepping into this, I know that I'm doing good. I know that I'm putting back good into the world. I know that I'm doing my best. I know that I'm serving who created me. I know that I'm working to become the best version of myself. I know that this is going to feel like an uphill battle, but we don't get lost in the fact that they're going to come for you. It ain't going to be easy. We don't get lost in that and just knowing, like, oh my gosh, this stinks. Like, this absolutely sucks. Oh my gosh, why is it so hard? This is how we can come out of it in knowing that, hey, this is hard because this is my preparation period. I am being prepared for greater. I am being prepared to be elevated. I am being prepared to level up. I am being prepared to be the person and to step into the shoes in which I need to be able to walk in this new path. That's the part that I want us to focus on. It's okay to feel and to know that it hurts. And it's okay to just like, yo, this is hard. It's okay to acknowledge it because it is hard. It is hard. This walk is hard. This journey is hard. But I trust and believe that even though it is hard, at the same time that you're feeling the feels, you're in it, and you are feeling it, the same time God is preparing you. God is strengthening you. So while you're walking over here, you're feeling it, and it's just hard. Know that you're in the weight room. That's what it is. When you're lifting weights and you haven't been accustomed to it, when you pick up something, it's gonna hurt. Your body is going to hurt for the next day, the next day after that, and it may be it may be the week. It may be for that whole week that your body hurts. But the more and more you do it, the more and more your body becomes accustomed to it. And the more and more you can pick up weights, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, hold up. I'm okay with this 20 pounds now, so now I can move on to 30. But you needed to be prepared. You needed to be strengthened in that 20-pound arena so you could step into 30. If you weren't accustomed to being in the gym and you hadn't been working out and you just automatically sit down and you think you're gonna bench press 150 pounds, what? You will get crushed. But if you gradually work your way up to it, you can get to that point where you're lifting 150 pounds and it's not even phasing you. But it takes that period, it takes that grind, It takes that tough period because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good, but it never does. And so my husband and I were having this conversation. Uh, what was it? Yesterday morning, and he was equating it to us and our kids, right? He was like, well, we wouldn't just push our kids into a 9 foot pool, like 9 foot deep pool, without preparing them to be able to swim and knowing that they were able to hold their own. So we would be what? Enrolling them into swimming classes. We would see how they're doing. We would see if they need extra work. If they needed extra work, we would then put them in places. We may get a we may get some help on the side, one on one, if they really needed it. We would be fine tuning the preparation and what it is that they need in accordance to them, right? And so that made me also think is it- about the fact that our preparation period is sometimes dependent on us. So let me put it like this, right? If I had a child and we put them into swimming classes because they couldn't swim. And we're like, look, we're about to get a pool and we don't want to have a pool outside and y'all might fall in it or whatever it is, and you don't know how to swim. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to enroll you in swimming classes. But when we have swimming classes and my child is just fearful of the water, she or he does not want to get in, does not want to take heed to the guidance that they're being given, is adamant about not doing it. No, 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 no. I'm not even having it. Then what is going to happen? They're not their preparation period is going to be even longer. It's going to be elongated because of the fact that they allowed fear to step in and take the driver's seat as opposed to another child of mine being enrolled and they're like, okay, I don't know about this, but I do want to be able to swim. I like the idea of having a swimming pool. And so I'm going to dip my feet in, see how I'm feeling. Oh, okay, okay, it's not that bad. All right, so what am I supposed to do? And they're taking heed to the guidance that's being given, and they're taking it, they may be taking baby steps, but step by step, they're going with it. Between the two, who's going to learn how to swim first? It's going to be the second one. So that's even with us in our journey and just recognizing that's why it's pertinent to recognize the fact that with all that you've been given, all that you've been called to do, all that you've seen, all the promises that you've been given, and the wonderful things that you're going to do in this world, and the joy that you're going to bring, and the impact that you're going to make. With all of that good and everything that you've seen, and all that is going to be realized, it's going to come with something. But again, not to get lost in that fact, to pay attention to the fact, just like the second child said, like, I like the idea of having a swimming pool. And since we're going to have a swimming pool, I want to be able to swim. So when those fears come up, when those doubts come up, just facing it that way, just like, look, I'm focused on the end goal. I'm focused on what I've been shown. I'm going to affirm what is true, what I know to be true. And I know that God don't lie. Okay. So what he's shown me, even though you may not have seen it, you may not have seen it, you may not believe it, it doesn't matter. What matters is me, because again, no one else can keep you from where it is that you are supposed to go except for you. It all comes down to you, and what it is that you believe, and what it is that you and what it is that you see in your eyes are. Despite what it is that you're faced with, what are you seeing? What are you affirming in those low moments? Even though you're feeling, even though it's kind of crunchy, even though you would rather not be here, what are you saying to yourself in those moments? How are you going to get out of it? What is going to happen? How are we going to proceed forward? Because we got to proceed forward, y'all. Y'all got work to do. It's a lot going on here. There is so much. There is so much power in you, in just being you. A lot of us think that we have to step out. We have to do something magnificent. We have to make this profound impact or profound name for ourselves before we can make an impact. No, please, no. All that is just a distraction because the true power lies in you and just you simply opening yourself up to being more of you. You don't need to be anybody else. You don't need to focus on anybody else. It's great that you may see somebody and they may inspire you to do something. And you may see somebody and it's like, oh, I like what they did. I may write that down. That's great. Take notes. Do what you got to do. But understand and hold tight to the fact that you just need to be you. That's it. Everything that you've seen, everything that you've been promised is wrapped up in the beautiful gift of you. So the more that you understand yourself, the more that you get to learn and just be, the more you're able to just open up that gift and you start realizing those promises. It's really not. Sometimes we make it difficult, and trust me, I'm not just saying y'all. That's why I said we. I do too. We make it more difficult than what it really is, and really what it needs to be. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It may feel difficult. It may feel hard, and that's okay. But in all actuality, it's just wrapped up in you. So just focus on what it is that you've been called to do. Focus on what it is that you feel. If you don't know what you've been called to do, if sometimes we have these moments of just, it's a bit of confusion. I'm just like, well, I don't know in this moment what I'm supposed to be doing. And I can't follow you because I feel that same way. And that happens along this journey too. It's just sometimes just you just go on with it. And that's a part of going with the flow. That's a part of surrender. This whole year for me has been a year of surrender. And it's been rough. It's been rough. But you have those moments in that because you're giving up your right to understand. And instead, you're like, okay, well, guide my feet. Wherever it is that you are telling me to go, I'm going to go. And it just is. It doesn't matter if it makes logical sense. It doesn't matter if I understand it. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. I'm going to follow you. And that can be difficult. And that can lead to, especially when you try to understand, that can lead to confusion. But when you feel that confusion, that is your green light and your tap on the shoulder to say, okay, you're doing too much. You're trying to figure stuff out that right now you just don't have the answers. So just be okay with not having the answers and move forward anyway. And if you're not given any direction to move forward, then just remain still. But know, and this is the time in that stillness, because sometimes the stillness can hurt. Sometimes the stillness can cause even more confusion when you're trying to understand it and you're trying to move and you're used to and you're accustomed to moving. It can cause that discomfort. But in those moments, you understand that, look, this is my time to be still. And in this stillness, I'm going to be taken care of. Everything is going to work. Everything is going to work out. And everything is working out for my good. My highest and best good. The things that I can't even imagine, the things that I can't even think of, the things that I don't even know that are going to happen, the things that I are above and beyond what it is that I've even asked for. These things are all in the works. These things are happening behind the scenes. So even though I'm still, that doesn't mean God is. God is still working. He works 24/7. That means we don't have to work 24/7. Nor do we have to have this going 24/7 and where we're trying to figure out and understand. It's not our job. So just let it go and Just continue to shine your light, shine it as bright as possible, and know that the people that you are supposed to serve are going to come to your light. They're going to be attracted to it. Nobody shines it like you. Nobody, nobody has that light. Yours is unique to you, and they can sense it, they can feel it. And the more authentic you are to yourself, and the more authentic you are to who you were created to be, the better and the more fine tuned your light becomes, so you can attract the people who are exactly and infinitely meant for you. That's it. And so, despite who else may come, the people who aren't meant for you, the trials, the obstacles, and all that stuff, understand that the more and more you're going through, it's because you are powerful. Look, I'm going to tell you, the enemy ain't going to waste his time now, okay? He ain't going to waste his time on someone who isn't worth it, someone who doesn't have anything to give to the world, someone who shouldn't even be here, someone who doesn't have purpose, someone who doesn't have influence, someone who doesn't have power, someone who isn't going to make an impact. He's not going to waste his time. So when you are faced with obstacles, when you are faced with trials, when you're faced with these things that are going on, and you're just like, why does this keep happening to me? I don't understand. I am trying to follow. I am trying to do the best that I can. I'm trying to live up to and be the highest and best version of myself. Why do I keep feeling like I'm being put in a ring and all I'm doing is just being hit? Why is this happening? It's happening because it's showing you how powerful you are. The enemy is trying to do anything and everything in his power to stop you because he knows how powerful you are. You just haven't seen it yet, but he's seen it. So take his word there, okay? You can take that word. Like, oh, okay, I must be super powerful because you are coming for me. And I know you wouldn't waste your time, even though you are wasting your time coming for me because it ain't gonna work. But it what it is. You can try, and he's gonna try. So just take that and really just grab onto that. Grab onto that. I just want to encourage you, if you're just feeling it. You're just feeling it. Things ain't going right, or things aren't going the way that you thought that they would, or you're just having a difficult time. You're struggling. It's just hard. You don't understand. Whatever it may be that you're going through, you're feeling. So when they encourage you and just let you know you are strong, you are powerful, you're worthy, and you're worth it. Obviously, you are, because you wouldn't be getting hit like you are now if you weren't. You are worth it. You are worth it, and you are meant to be here. You have purpose, and we do. So if there is anything, like I said, if there's anything that I can do for you, if you are in need of a more of encouragement, you need a little word, you need something. It's like, look, I need a little pick me up. Hit me up. Let me know. Um, no questions asked. This hit me this morning. Just like put it out there. Just like, if you need it, I got you. So send me a message. You don't have to explain everything. Just let me know that you're in need of something, of encouragement, of kindness, of a little pat on the back, a little, like I said, sometimes we just need to know everything's gonna be okay. Whatever it is that you need, just let me know. Let me know. Um, so we're ending early, but this was on my mind. So I wanted to share this, and I didn't pray. So we're gonna pray to close it out. Okay. Dear Lord, thank you for everything that you've done for us and just everyone on this call, for me, my family, their families, their extended families, their friends, everyone. Thank you for just being here. Thank you for being a constant presence in our lives. Thank you for keeping us up. Thank you for being our backbone. Thank you for guiding us and leading our steps. Thank you for just preparing us for where it is that you are leading us, where it is that you want us to go, where it is that we are going. Thank you for our leveling up season. Thank you for just a new year that we're about to be stepping into. Thank you for all of the new and grand and great things that are going to come. Thank you for change. Thank you for hope. Thank you for just everything that you've done in our lives and everything that you continue to do. And just allow us to today and every day forward just to continue to keep focused on you. Keep focused on your promises. Keep focused on the vision that you've given us and hold tight to who it is that you've created us to be. And for those who don't know who they've been created to be or lost sight of who they truly are, allow them to catch a glimpse, Lord. Whether it be through a dream, whether it be through someone talking to them, whether it be through a letter that they just randomly find that was old, whatever it may be, whatever is going to trigger them and place them back into to understanding themselves and reintroducing themselves to them and who they are and who they were meant to be and who they were, or just allow that to happen. Allow allow us to just wake up to us and to just be more of who we are and who we were created to be so we can shine our light and we can continue to just turn it up a notch every day moving forward. Just thank you for all that you've done and all that you continue to do. Amen. So I thank you guys for being here. Um, I wasn't gonna hold y'all long. I knew that. Um, I wasn't even given anything today to talk about. It was like I had absolutely nothing up until this morning. I've been up since like three something this morning, maybe like 3:15 this morning, and I just could not go back to sleep. God was like, "Look, I'm gonna need you to talk about this." So here I am, and this is what we talked about. So hopefully this aids you in your journey going forward. Hopefully you have a little bit more umph to go into work today or to deal with your kids today, to teach, to be in the courtroom, to whatever it is that you're doing, to do that and to carry it out with peace and with love and with joy and just understanding that you are it. Okay. You got everything that you need and you are working with a lot. You are powerful. You are so powerful. So live in that and walk in it today. All right. So thank you guys again, and I will see you next Wednesday. And Merry Christmas. We are out what we for 4 days. 4 days away from Christmas. I don't know about y'all, but I haven't wrapped a thing. And I don't plan to either. I probably won't start wrapping until Friday. Is what it is. So kudos to y'all who have and who plan and who get things done well in advance. I am not one of those people. So I'll be wrapping on Friday. But Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys next Wednesday as we go into and approach the new year, right? I think I'm right. Hopefully. But I'll see y'all then. Bye.